Eternal truths aren't subject to opinion, and human beings cannot invent governments to circumvent natural laws that sustain our eternal existence. Okay? You're not allowed to sit and debate with water. Okay? And say that water isn't necessary, so you're going to replace it with vodka, right? So you're not allowed to do that. And then nature mandates, not dictates, that vodka will pickle your liver and kill your brain cells and turn you into a vegetable before, and you think, well, I have the right to do that. And you do have the right to ferment potatoes and drink yourself into oblivion, right? You have that right, right? You have the right to destroy your life with alcohol or cocaine. You have the right to take a small sword and cut your entrails off while your buddy cuts your head off with a katana. You have that right, right? You're bloody well right to say you got the God-given right to kill yourself in ways that will not threaten our existence and the natural laws that sustain our existence, for you to be able to, make a sword and cut your entrails out and have your buddy cut your head off because for some reason you just don't like life, and maybe you had one too many white lightnings, got into your first taste of sin, made you do a double backflip, chug-a-lug, right? So you have the right to get as drunk as fuck, kill your brain cells, and then kill yourself. Okay. But you don't have the right to say you own the planet, invent money, extort and exploit people, and have them driving around in cars drunk as fuck because they're just not happy with life because they don't run and own everything through human invention, right? Human invention cannot supplant and eliminate creation with their own will, their own desires, right? So laws mandate that they have to be natural and they have to be obeyed so we can all live them in order to sustain our life through these laws that give us life, right? So when you're watching these TV shows, there's what's just called the Rookie, right? You have all these actors dressing up in uniforms and getting guns and shooting one another because of the delusions of human invention, right? Now, you can get a bunch of assholes together with guns and equipment and technology and credit scores and say it's a law. It's not going to make it gravity. It's not going to replace gravity for us to actually understand and obey laws, right? Fort Knox credit scores and guns cannot replace photosynthesis, right? Okay. Now, they've invented technology called quantum computing, right? It's supposed to be able to police supercomputing that was used to inflict human bastardization of laws upon all of us through oppression, violence, and selfishness, okay? So if you think you're an anarchist, think you're a son of anarchy, okay? You're reflecting a worthless pile of shit that you've reflected for probably 100,000 years. Why do you still want to feel that you have the freedom to reflect your pile of shit on all of us? How can babies live in anarchy? Tell me that, motherfucker. How can you hit the mark? How can you feed a baby? How can that baby get a gun and say, I don't want nobody to tell me what to do. I'm a goddamn anarchist. Okay? Do you understand the words that are coming out of your fucking mouth? Okay? That you think you have rights, that you have liberties, and you have freedoms to mass murder once you get off your mom's tit and can grab a gun and shoot your dad in the living room? And now you large and in charge? Who rules the world and who do you believe in when anyone breathing can leave your ass bleeding? Okay? How many 3-years do you know if their daddy's 9 mil from selling drugs on the corner and pimping women, okay, can survive your anarchy? Okay? So in order to fulfill the gift of natural laws, for us to sustain life, to get your sorry ass talking pile of shit face, you need people like me and not like you. That's why it's the line of King David, the house of King David, that people refer to live peace on earth and goodwill towards human beings, right? Not you sons of anarchy, bullshit ass, fascist motherfucking turdbags, right? All right. If it wasn't for men like me eternally, your sorry ass never would have got out of your diapers to grab a gun and shoot your dad to try to fuck your mother. And if you don't like that, I don't give a damn, you rotten pile of shit. I don't give a fuck what you have to say. I don't give a damn about your fucking opinion. I don't care about any of your opinions, okay? If I wanted your fucking opinion, I'd have kicked the shit and kicked it out of you. Well, I kick the shit out of you every day anonymously on this YouTube channel. Okay? And don't tell yourself you good enough to man up with me. You haven't stood up for the Lord's Prayer with me yet, and you possibly ain't never gonna did. Okay? So when I correct quantum computing, and it corrects all your murder and your bullshit that you do through supercomputing, okay? There ain't gonna be nowhere in the world that you can get up in a public venue spewing your bullshit where everybody will get together and say, hey, let's buy his guns and start shooting all the people on the corner that want to pimp their grandma and their daughters so they can have more money to run the prison cells, to indoctrinate, institutionalize, and incarcerate. You call that anarchy? Okay? What's the difference if you build a building, call it a prison, and lock people up in your ego? Or if you grab a woman, have sex with her, and raise your kids to reflect the bullshit of you? Huh? You feeling like an accountant? Don't, because it's a race of perfectly good cantaloupes, and everybody who's intelligent loves cantaloupe and strawberries, and everybody who's intelligent hates shooting cantaloupes with weapons to be macho bullshit artists that think they're the military heroes of tomorrow, right? Come on now. I can't see why Ben Aloysius, Loquacious, Malicious, Affleck didn't look at that script and go, what the fuck is this? You want me to print to be an asshole for lots of money, right? Haven't I already done that before? I like Goodwill Hunting better. Yeah, me too. Okay. Fuck you. Okay. I'll pretend to be the guy who owns Nike and paid Jordan a lot of money to, incarcerate ourselves some basketball shoes. Come on now. I'm a funny man. I'm a very funny man. And don't tell me I am fucking gorgeous. And when you look at my face, and you look at all the abuse inflicted on my gorgeous face by all the perverts that you do business with, okay? I want you to remind yourself that the most gorgeous man you've ever seen on social media that doesn't stop talking, because we all can live the Lord's Prayer, but we all can't be an egomaniac bullshit artist like you and survive the bullshit artists of you, okay? I want you to look at me and say, why can't I be as beautiful as him? What the fuck is wrong with me? Okay, when you ask a question, typically the answer to the question is in the question. So, why can't I be like him? What the fuck is wrong with me? The answer to the question is in the question. Why can't I be like him? What the fuck is wrong with me? Okay, wrong. Me wrong. Why can't I be like him? Why not? Okay. When you're not wrong, you're right. Right? Okay. So, life's eternal. Grace is infinite. Laws are natural, provided by infinite glory for us to eternally, faithfully love one another. Okay? Take your anarchy and look at that dude. Look at that dude. Okay? That's the district attorney of El Paso, Texas, right? Look at all those fucking books of human invention behind him. Okay? You see that? All those books behind him. Like, every scenario you can think of how to fuck yourself and your neighbors in the head over money, with money, for money, whatever, is in them books. Okay. When all you have to do is just go, you think Jesus was serious about forgive debt and trespass and love one eternal faithful peace? Yeah. Awesome. And he wants us to obey him. And when we obey him, we can live in the kingdom of heaven here on earth. Right. Well, I don't want to obey him. You want all those fucking books behind that moron in El Paso telling you what to do? I thought you were an anarchist. Okay. I don't want nobody telling me what to do. Look, guys, gravity doesn't tell you what to do. Okay. You can't tell anybody anything if you don't understand the laws of gravity sustaining your capacity to speak and think and live and breathe. Right? I don't want gravity telling you what to do. You don't want photosynthesis providing H2O for you to live and talk and breathe, and we have to listen to your ego saying that you're going to kill God and replace it with your fucking ego. Huh? Come on. Speak. Keep talking. Come on. There's a reason why they call him a sword. There's a reason why the men that are in the book called the Bible are legendary. Okay? That their lives, okay, transcend their physical existence. That the stories of their lives, the Alpha and the Omega, that their lives are so influential, so important to the people of this world, to reflect the beauty of the gift of this world and our lives on this beautiful world. Okay? There's a reason for the sunshine skies, and there's a reason why I'm feeling so high, must be the season. They had a song called Jesus is Coming and He's Pissed. I thought that was funny. I was like, okay, guys, Jesus is only pissed when people are selfish and they don't obey the commands given to him by the Lord to reflect the beauty of eternal faith and infinite glory, to sustain natural laws through faithfully loving one another. So, and Jesus is coming. Jesus already came. Jesus already did. Okay. If Jesus is moved to the future, okay, do you believe in his love? Do you have faith in the glory of God? Okay. That may be all you need to know. Okay, Earl, you're funny. I know. But, so, guys, that's it. I don't know much, but I know I love you. That may be all I need to know. Right, that's it, right? I'm not making fun of Linda and Aaron. I like Linda and Aaron. Yeah. Together, yeah, it's kind of cute. I'll say it like it is, one of my favorites. I love that song. Linda sings lots. I love the Canciones de mi Padre albums, and I do like Cell's Restless Bull a little bit better. I bet you Linda does too. Okay, no, Cell's she has so much mischief in her voice and so much bravado. Okay, that when she sings that song, you just, oh my gosh, it is so good. Tu Solo Tu, she also does real well. They both do real good. But yeah, Cell's Restless Bull is, yeah. And I love, Linda's is good. Okay, don't is not, you can't go along with her on the wrong side. She's a good singer. I like her. Okay? Father and child and father. This is just to stir up tribal conflict in you. It's to play angry mindfuck with you, over tens of thousands of years of you guys denying the Lord's Prayer and the ways of the Lord's Prayer. That's all this stuff on TV is, deportation, trying showing you the little kid by the thing. Tensions rising in Minneapolis and Elon Omar, blah, 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 and all this crap that you guys are doing over institutionalization, indoctrination, and incarceration, right? Forgive debt and trespass, love one, eternal, faithful, peace. Okay? What is the principal tenet of Christianity? That. What's the principal tenet of Islam? That. Okay. Forgive debt and trespass, love one, eternal, faithful, peace. Okay. Anyone who does not believe in that, okay, cannot call themselves a Christian or a Muslim, right? And that is the faith of Father Abraham, right? That predated the Roman Empire and the invention of human laws and economics, right? The faith of Father Abraham is greater than the invention of human perception of laws written on a piece of paper, agreed to by large groups of, hey, we can replace God with the invention of our egos. Absolute, complete insanity. Fatal ice shooting, new information, This kid, you guys killed that kid, man. You killed that young man in Minneapolis by feeding him shit and fighting over and being shitheads, over money and making shitheads feel special and important by telling them, we need more of your money to keep us safe and pay our bills and make sure we have what we need to live. No, share, care, give accordance to need, build to last. Okay? What Democrat in the world is standing courageously and faithfully with me for the applied physics of the Lord's Prayer in the United States? Which Republican is? Okay? It was a republic that crucified Jesus Christ, that gave us elected officials to be authority among human beings, to abuse people of extortion and exploitation they call laws. It was a republic. It was the Roman Republic. It was a republic written down, ratified and agreed to by men to deny the glory of God and wallow in sin. Okay? Over 2,026 years ago, did they crucify our Lord Jesus Christ for perfectly loving you without fear. And even to this day, you still deny his eternal perfection, and you deny the living word. When the living word gets up and says, obey the commands of the Christ, they are perfect, they are the kingdom of heaven, and you still deny it. Okay. Is there a place for the hopeless sinner who has hurt all mankind just to save his own perception of beliefs? Yes. It's quantum computing. It's the evidence collection of all the culmination of all your sin, denying the eternal perfection of the living word. Okay? Heaven is obeying me and the others and living the peace of all of us. Hell is denying our existence and hiding in your sin, thinking that heaven will just go away and everybody will have to submit to your sin and tell you that your hell is a heaven, which is a bold-faced lie, right? Okay, nothing beats Shorty, right? Got to sell them trucks, got to sell them cars, right? All these pictures of these trucks, tearing through the wilderness, tearing through the water, making it muddy and, just doing disgusting things to our ecosystem with their violent forms of entertainment, If you need to drive a truck someplace where it's hard for trucks to go, why? Why would you tear up my beautiful planet with your ego? Because it was there. So you're an anarchist? Okay. I'm a gracious good shepherd, bitch. Okay. And I guarantee you this. As long as I've got arms that cling at all. I'm just kidding around. It's you that I'll be clinging to. I guarantee you this, okay? You will never be able to replace the perfection of the Messiah with your ego. Okay? As long as we've got lungs to breathe and mouths to speak, ears to hear, and hearts to pump blood to our brains. Okay? You will never be able to replace the faithful love of the Messiah with the delusions of your ego. It's just not possible. Okay? God is the power and the glory forever and ever. Amen. And your ego cannot take invention and manipulate people and replace the perfection of my faith with the hideousness of your selfishness and your ego. I guarantee it. Because it's already happened. Life's eternal grace is infinite. You're dead, B. Wait until you hear my next feed, right? I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Pisses me off when I hear people talk about the stupid things about all their selfishness. It really chaps my hide, man. And people tell, yeah, I'm not surprised. This guy's, talking about guns. This guy's got like 2.5 million views because he's talking about which gun is better. I'm like, yeah, it makes sense. Okay. And I'm the living embodiment of the Lord's Prayer. My life is the fulfillment of the book of Revelation, because my life, is the source of the book of Revelation, not what we wanted, because forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do, and why you're facing against Jesus. I wish you guys would have accepted his commands year one, and then old selfish me, like all the assassins used to tell me in Sierra Vista, old selfish me and my selfish religious beliefs, I had been living the commands of Jesus Christ from cradle to grave and passing it on, which I'd much more prefer than being the subject of the book of Revelation that everybody talks about for over 2,000 years, almost 2,000 years before he was born. I was born in 1966, so it was, now it is more than 2,000. Well, no, the book was closed 70 years after Jesus' crucifixion, I think. So we're still not quite there just yet, right? When they started circulating, if it was 70 years after he was crucified, you have to go 70 years past the end. He was crucified 2,026 years ago, right? So it hasn't quite been 2,000 years since everybody's been talking about the Bible and about our day will come and we'll have everything. No tears for us. We'll share the joy that faithfully loving can bring. You don't fall in love, you faithfully love. Our dreams don't have magic, okay? Our faith is perfect because we'll always stay and love this. I'm just fixing the lyrics. I love Ruby and the Romantics. That's one of my favorite songs. Our day will come. That's how they got out of the poverty of Akron, Ohio for a little while. I'm sure they probably went right back in. Yeah, with the way record labels and companies are with black folks back in the 1950s and 60s, I'm sure it was not for long. I'm sure they have stories on it. The sad life and sad ending of Ruby and the Romantics. Yeah. This guy drank himself to death. She had this. He ended up into this. Yeah, all those horrible things they say because of the business end of not living the Gospels, right? Okay, guys. I love you. We'll talk tomorrow, right? Peace out.